Happy birthday!
Oh, yes, it is my birthday once again. It's been a while since, about a year since my last birthday. And this is exciting.
Why is it exciting?
It's definitely a new chapter. As we continue to get older, we have more and more challenges. And this is definitely an exciting time.
So, do you have any words of wisdom for the younger generation?
Yeah, the words of wisdom are very simple. Live your life every day. Enjoy every day. Don't let the small things in life bother you. And, be happy. Be happy. Go on. Do what you like to do in your life. Reach for the highest peaks that you can reach and enjoy. Life is short for everyone. It's not a rehearsal. It's the real thing every day.
That's quite some words of wisdom there, isn't it? I find that keeping a gratitude journal really helps. Just being grateful for anything in life.
You always have to be humble and grateful, no matter what you have.
Well, I remember years ago, probably 35, 40 years ago, Oprah used to say, and a lot of you may not have known Oprah, she had an afternoon talk show like Phil Donahue, just like Merv Griffin or Johnny Carson or whatever, all these, well, not quite, Johnny Carson was a late night talk show host, but anyway, we'd rush home from work every day. Everybody watched Oprah. She was so big and had words of wisdom. And she talked about gratitude and diaries. And they were like, why do we need to do that? That was unusual. And we thought, that doesn't make sense. Why do we need to do that? But it actually makes a big difference. It makes a big difference in your attitude in life. If you're grateful just for things like clean air, clean water, a roof over your head. So many people are homeless. More and more people are homeless, living in cars. You know, the ability to get water, turn on the faucet and get water is such a big one.
Yeah, there's so many parts of the world that you can't do that.
Right.
Where there is no water, or there's a communal.
And it's not clean.
And it's
not clean.
Usually not clean, and then there's diseases. So, you should feel humbled, grateful.
Yeah.
That you can walk over to a faucet and turn on. And that's part of what makes this country so great.
So I try to keep, I keep a journal every day, and I do occasionally, once a week or so, list of things I'm grateful for that you just take for granted and forget. Of course, Steve is often the top of the list because we're best friends, and it's good to be able to live with your best friend, right?
It sure is. I mean, it makes all the difference in the world. I mean, you have to like the person who you spend most of your life with. And also, they have to like somewhat of the same things that you like. So you don't continually have this butting of heads, in making decisions or living every day.
Well, I just saw it was on YouTube, but I think it was from TikTok. A guy asks older people what their lessons are in life. And he saw a couple who he said, oh, you just look so happy. They've been married 65 years. They were both about 85, and they said they always told each other jokes every day. And I think it was UK or something, because they said they got in, they didn't say fights, but squalls or something. They used, I don't know, they used a different word that we don't use here. And he said, well, when did you have your last one? She said, this morning. We have one every day, but we get over it. We make each other laugh every day. And that was why I was attracted to Steve on our first date. He made me laugh, and I said, I want to laugh the rest of my life. I don't want to be sad.
Right.
So we do try to make each other laugh.
We try to, yes.
Sammi got a bath, and she looks so much better.
Look at her.
Now, Sammi, if you notice our new backdrop, it says happy birthday. It's hard to see with us in front of it. It has butterflies all over.
Hey, butterfly.
Because Sammi is named for the French word for butterfly. Her breed is Papillon. Papillon. They say it differently when you put it in one of those programs that pronounces words. But her ears look like a butterfly. So Sammi loves to model. She loves to model. It's really pretty funny how she can sit. She can sit forever and hold the pose. So I'm going to show you. Sammy's been busy making birthday cards for a group called Cards of Compassion. And I'm going to put in some of the poses here. She just loved it. first I tried doing it downstairs, and that didn't work out too well because I hung this on her cage and she was sitting on top of it and she did not behave. But you come up here to our studio and she just loves it, just as she loves being in these videos. She just loves it.
Sammy's a show dog and she loves studio. She loves the word studio.
Not a real show dog, but she loves attention. So we say, you want to make a video? Do you want to make a video? Look at the camera. There we go. So here we go. Here's some pictures from downstairs that weren't so great, followed by the ones that we did up here and a little bit of a brief video. So she's been making, she made some cards. I thought when I heard the name Cards of Compassion, which we're not affiliated with, I just found it online. I thought it was more sad things, people who are sad and you want to cheer them up because you're compassionate. So I made some cards to encourage people, cheer them up, lift them up. And Sammi was, oh, what backdrop did we use for that? That was, we used a winter one, and then,
Sam.
and then I made some Valentine's backgrounds. Up to the birthday ones because they have a website and a newsletter, and they said that somebody had gotten birthday cards, and so Sammi's making birthday cards, and we got this purple background. We need to get a masculine one for men, but this is more of a female or girl background, and she posed for the pictures and I ordered them, and so I'm in the process of making cards. But I'm going to show you the cards I made for the original ones that were for people who need encouragement. And so I'm going to put that all in here for about a minute, and you enjoy that. And then, come back after you watch that short clip, and we will see what Steve got for his birthday. cards or gift first? Cards or gift?
Cards.
You want cards first? Well, talking about cards of compassion, they mailed Steve. Look at this. They mailed Steve. You have received a bundle of joy. This is from Cards of Compassion out of Ohio, passion.com. If you're interested in nominating anyone, and you can nominate yourself to get a bundle of cards.
Yeah, right.
Sammy wants to help open. You want to help open the cards? Watch. And there's so many groups. We did make cards for Zach's Toy Chest, which was for kids with cancer. I had my neighborhood kids come over and help make those, getting a kid's perspective. There's many, many different groups. I have those links on another video I made and another video we previously made. And I will try to add those links again to all the different groups, or you can just search for your own group of where you might want to donate. They can be homemade or store-bought or anything. Wow, wait, look at this. Wait, let's show the whole bundle. Look at this. Nice, pretty ribbon and information about their group. Oh.
Yeah, there's so many of them. We're not going to go through all of them.
Yeah, this is tight.
We'll pull out a few of them. So there's this one, Happy Birthday, and it looks like it's all handmade. Okay, and this inside it says, You Matter. Happy birthday. I hope you're having an amazing day. You are loved, Sally. I don't know who Sally is, but that's a beautiful card. That took some time to make.
And it looks like a young person, and it's amazing somebody's named Sally today. That's showing. But here, a lot of them, you don't even need envelopes, but a lot of them do have envelopes. And then there are some computer-generated ones where they just give words of inspiration. Oh, look at this. You got a nice,
nice bookmark that Sammy just loves.
Oh, look, life is short. Read for fun. Lovingly made by your friends at Goodwill, ADS. These are, we did get a package last year when we lost a lot of people in 2024. And those were more computer generated by kids and didn't have envelopes. But these, there's a ton with envelopes. So here's a couple that do not have envelopes. They're just the brightest ones that I pulled out.
It's pretty nice, you know. I mean, it's really nice. Sending you the happiest of birthday wishes. And then a birthday. Oh, this is cute. A birthday toast to you. And it says, wishing you a birthday filled with tons of joy and celebration. I hope this special day brings you everything you have wished for.
Now this one is actually this is actually a store-bought card, which you can do. And it has a nice note inside. Oh, and Steve loves it with this with the dogs. But now this is written in cursive. I do always print my cards. A lot of younger generation people can't read cursive, but I find that also printing to me seems to be neater. I know my father's generation believe you should write everything in cursive. When my mother passed away and we wrote her thank you notes for the people who came to the funeral, he jumped all over me because I was printing all the cards. But I don't know, I've always done that. Ironically, when I went to elementary school, we would have, every spring, we would have 6 weeks of something called the world. Oh, Sammy wants to be back with us. 6 weeks of the world of work, and we had different businesses. Every class was a business. And in 4th grade, our class was the card making business. And my job was the printer. My job, because I had the neatest handwriting, I was the one who was to print the messages on the cards. And maybe that's held over all these years, but I have always printed on cards for whatever reason.
Oh, look at that, a Welsh Corgi.
That's not,
that is so cute.
The ones with the envelopes are all store-bought.
This is store-bought. This says American Greetings on the back. This is beautiful. That's a nice card. And inside, happy birthday, wishing you the best on your birthday. I hope it's filled with lots of love, joy, and of course, fun.
And then these are the computer-generated ones where you can just volunteer online if you're unable to make them. You just tell them what you want the message to be, and they will print it for you. You could donate money if you're unable to make cards, or do whatever you want. I think it's a great group. I'm glad that I stumbled upon it just as a fluke one day. I don't know why, but now
it is. It's a good group, and you should definitely look that up if you're any bit creative or not. Because it helps out. It helps out people in need.
It helps you feel connected to everyone in the world. These days, we feel less and less connected to people with all the division in the world. So doing something for others even though you don't get to see them open it, you know that there's a smile going on their face and they're feeling
That's
good.
right.
And I put such joy into the cards. I spent a lot of time taking the pictures of Sammi. Sammi loved it, and then getting them printed, and I wrote a nice note in all of them. So here's a gift that I bought for Steve. Just a little gift because he has so much. He never wants anything, right? What is it, Sammi? What is it,
Look
Sammi?
at these, Sam. Let's see. Oh, look. Look, Sam. It is a shirt. And I like shirts. Well, I think there's one that's already unwrapped in here.
Open it up. Yeah, the other one is mine, because if you get Steve one, you get one for me too. So this is mine. And it says, what does it say? It says, be strong, be bold, be kind to everyone. That's the Be Kind series that we've worn several times. And it's a group based in Atlanta. The couple has a daughter on the spectrum, and the daughter just turned, I think, 24. She just turned 24 in February. The daughter, Jordan, just turned 24 in February, and the parents were tired when she was in school of them saying what she can't do, what she can't do, what she can't do. And they said, what can she do? They started this t-shirt company. Yep. So it's supporting her and other autistic people, and other people. It's supporting Jordan as well as other people on the spectrum. The shirts are high quality. They're very, very soft.
Yep. And look at that. Isn't that a nice shirt? That's a very nice shirt.
And we have a bunch of different colors and styles. And so Steve loves that. And we always like to get matching ones.
Yeah. Thank you.
So he has that. And of course, we're going to go out to eat. And, well, it's a full 3 days. He's off 3 days. And we already ate out today. We'll probably eat out every day for 3 days. And then here's a special treat, too.
Hold on, Sam.
Last weekend, I went to a shower without Steve. My niece in Atlanta is getting married, and Steve had to work. So she actually sent him what I believe is a birthday card. So sweet.
Maybe it's a special invitation.
And I gave them return labels to write thank you notes because we're wondering, are thank you notes a thing in the past? Because most weddings and showers and things, we don't get thank you notes. And we had this discussion when my son got married. I gave him the thank you notes, the stamps, and the return address labels to make it as easy as possible, because it's always a big family fight after you don't get a thank you note. That goes on for years and years and years in our family that we didn't get a thank you note. So I gave these return address labels, but they're not married yet, so I didn't put their last name. I just put their first names because this was a shower. Then after the wedding, then you could have their last names. But they were very affordable, the address labels. I did not give the cards because I wasn't sure if they had any, and I did not give the stamps. But she actually, on her wedding invitations, went out and got the love stamps, I believe. And then she said she bought stamps that say thanks for the thank you. So she already had the stamps.
Yep.
And here they sent them. I haven't opened it.
It feels like there's a check in here.
It does feel very heavy, that's
Yes,
for sure. But I can guarantee there's no check.
Feels like a check. Could be cash. We're going to find out. Could be a gift card. Sammi, what do you think?
Last year, Steve had a milestone birthday, so I asked everybody to text happy birthday, but I didn't do that this year.
Here is the card. Happy birthday.
Is there a letter? Oh, it looks like a letter.
Oh, there's a note in here. Happy birthday, Uncle Steve.
Well, you don't have to read it.
Okay.
It's kind of personal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very, very sweet. She says she loves the address labels. She didn't mention the bowls. Steve picked out the bowls that we gave her, right?
Well, she probably doesn't know that.
She said, yeah, I did tell her. Because she said the bowls had lids with a grater built in the lid. It was really cool. Wasn't every bowl had a grater?
Yeah. Well, every one of those bowls had a grater.
Well, how many bowls were in there? I don't remember because Steve picked
Oh,
them
no,
up.
not every one that was in the box.
Oh, just one?
No. Yeah, just one.
Just one had a grater?
Yep.
So
Just
you
one.
could grate cheese or onions or something and put it right in the bowl?
Right in the bowl.
I mean,
Isn't that
But it was a
convenient?
big bowl, so I guess it's for a salad.
I thought that was convenient.
And how many bowls were in there? I don't even remember.
I think there was 3.
I liked it because they were like silver bowls and with a lid. So yeah, so Steve's getting older, still working for at least 2 more years, right? Because I need health insurance because I'm 4 years younger. He has to work a minimum of 2 years. I feel like this ball weighing him down, but we need the money anyway. With the way the cost of living is today. Yeah, right?
That's right, yeah.
And Steve loves working, don't you, Steve?
Oh, I sure do.
Don't you?
Yep.
I mean, when he retires, who knows what he'll do, right?
Who knows? I could be a professional dog walker.
You could be a professional YouTuber. Maybe by then.
Could be an influencer.
Maybe by then our channel will go up, right?
Yep, that's right.
We have to always say,
thumbs up. Don't forget. Thumbs up. Click notifications and subscribe.
It's free.
It's
free
free.
to subscribe.
And don't forget to comment in our comment section.
Although Steve never reads them, and I've been pretty lax with them. With everything going on.
I hear about every one of them.
Oh, with everything going on, I have been bad with comments. We don't get a whole lot, but generally they're good, positive feedback as we're all aging together, right?
And Sammi likes to hear your comments too. So don't forget your comments to Sammi.
Sammi thinks when we go on walks that,
Right.
that everybody is there for her. Everybody
That's
is
right.
there to pet her and play with her. She's very, very social. We do have Sierra, our senior dog, who is not social.
She's very anti-social.
Yeah, she's on a mission. She's a border collie, and her mission is just to walk as far as possible.
As fast as she can.
Yeah, you can barely keep up with her at almost 14. She's getting
Yep.
close to 14,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
can barely keep up with her.
Yep.
Really amazing. And I walked the other day without Steve, and we do walk faster. We got up to 16 minutes a mile, though, 16.25. So 16 minutes, 25 seconds for a mile.
That's
No.
faster than I can drive when there's traffic on the way to work.
But when I was young, a new mother, I walked, and I believe I walked, it was a 15-minute mile. I did 4 miles a day pushing a stroller.
Wow.
And now I'm proud of myself at 16 and a quarter minutes. 16 and a quarter minute
That's
miles.
pretty good.
I don't think that's I think the fastest today I could get is about 16. I've never gotten close to 15 again. But it's healthy. It's healthy. In his aging, Steve does have to go see the cardiologist after our physical. They said he needs to see a cardiologist and have his cataract surgery. Now, I had all my heart testing last year, and basically my only issue is plaque in my arteries, which there's just a debate on if you can do anything. They say statins can help, statins don't help. We don't know. Who knows? But I just
We
know
don't know.
this is just me. I'm not taking them because I had so many side effects that I'm not taking statins. But if it's good for you, you don't listen to YouTube. I always say don't listen to YouTube. But
Listen to your doctor.
overall, for our physical, I brought in my echocardiogram, and she was very impressed. It's like she was shocked that my echocardiogram was so good. I think it's because my blood pressure is sky high every single visit because of white coat syndrome. But I take it at home almost on a daily basis. I just bought a new blood pressure monitor, which I love because you take it on your wrist. And I know it's an odd thing to get excited about as you age, but I love it. So I try to take it every morning, and it's always totally normal. Go to the doctor, and it's like almost like
Yep.
ER.
You have to always check your blood pressure, and you can do that in some stores, but your blood pressure is really important, and people don't think it is because you don't feel anything. But what it's doing, if you have continually high blood pressure, it's wearing away in the largest artery in your body, your aortic artery.
Well, I believe it thickens your heart, right? It thickens your heart if you have uncontrolled high blood pressure.
Well, it also weakens.
We're not doctors.
So anyway,
we're not doctors.
but that's what the pressure against your heart too weakens.
But also, my cousin died in his sleep of the rip in his aorta because of uncontrolled high blood pressure. Caused a rip, which could last as long as 2 weeks. But that is an urgent thing where you need instant surgery or you die. And he did. He died in his sleep 2 years ago at 61, which is my age.
Still pretty young.
So that, very young. I'm 61. So that has really made me, that's one reason I did get all my heart testing, because I was very concerned. He played tennis, was active, was thin, very, very wealthy, much wealthier than us. So he had the money to see a doctor. He had the means, access, and yet he still died in his sleep. So we do take our health seriously. We take our health very seriously. We go to each other's physicals to hear what she says to each other. And ironically, when she left the room, we're both in the room together, and she looked at Steve and said, "You look good." You look really good. And I'm sitting on the table going, kind of sounds like I don't. Yet I had the good heart report, and he's the one going to the cardiologist.
I look good.
But I had the good heart report, and he's the one going to the cardiologist.
Well, everybody's got to do it. You should do it. You know?
So I don't know. Did she mean your outside looks good? What does she mean? You look, and I don't look.
I don't know.
I just thought it was such an odd
Your
comment.
outside looks good.
It was an odd.
It's all in here.
It was an odd comment. Yeah, it's all inside.
It was.
It's your blood work that matters, and both of us had great blood work, except for our cholesterol was slightly elevated. Of course, I went right after the shower, and
That's hurts.
And that does elevate your blood pressure, eating junk food right before, and your cholesterol.
Yeah, we've been partying a lot lately.
You didn't go to the shower, so my
No.
cholesterol.
But even without the shower, we've been eating off our diet.
Yeah, because Steve was on vacation.
It's been putting on the pounds on me. I couldn't
Yeah,
believe I was up by like 7 pounds from what I was previous visit.
Well, it's a constant struggle to keep it off. I had lost 45 pounds, and it's like, do you ever want to enjoy life? I mean, I'm addicted to sugar.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to sugar. I gave up drinking. It's like, what, do you ever, I don't know. Do you ever enjoy life? I love chocolate. Love sweets.
I keep saying that. I lost about 75 pounds. And it's kind of like, I don't ever want to go back. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to go back. But there are some foods I'd like to eat that I really enjoyed. And I guess in moderation, that it could be okay. Moderation in exercise, it could be okay. But,
right. I mean, as we've gained this weight, we are, watching it closer again and not getting any higher. But to keep at the 45-pound loss, it wasn't a natural level that you have to starve yourself at all times. Because my glucose was great, my A1C was great, everything was great. My ratios with my cholesterol, the ratios were all great. Just the cholesterol was slightly elevated. And also I was sick the day before the doctor, and I drank a ginger ale. So I Googled that. I searched that, and it did say drinking a soft drink the day before can elevate that, and my LDL was slightly. But you know what? If you look at the old numbers, it wasn't elevated. Actually, some of the scales said it's near optimal, not optimal, but near optimal. And I'm like, hey, to me, for the side effects I experienced with statins, I felt like an 80-year-old woman when I took statins. That's just me. I had so many side effects that I said, you know what?
Yeah.
To me, it's not worth it. But if you're taking them, you're not. I mean, I have a friend who's 73 who's taking them, not having any side effects. And her plaque and arteries was like off the chart level. I don't remember the numbers, but it was, I don't know, maybe 200, which is extremely high. It was very high. And her father did die of a heart attack. Now, my parents did not pass away from heart problems. And I don't know, I was just surprised when she looked at my echocardiogram and she's like, whoa, this is really good. Like she was shocked. And I'm like, why are you so shocked? I walk every day, I exercise, I jump on my trampoline. I was a little surprised. She was so surprised.
But she said I look good.
I know. My echocardiogram looked great, but he looks good. Go figure. I know there's a big bias in the medical profession. I've read article after article that women are not treated as well as men. And ironically, whenever we go to the doctor together, they fawn all over him, do everything for him. And then with me, they're like, yeah, but you're a pain. I mean, we've seen it with the eye doctor, with the internist, with multiple doctors back to back, how they treat us differently. I mean, do you see it? Do you see it as well?
I see it. Yes, I don't. I don't see that it's severe, but yes, I see that.
I think it's severe. I mean, like one doctor gave him what was it? A prostate exam. Because that was the year they said blood work wasn't accurate. They always switch flip-flop. Blood work is good. No, it's not good. They gave him a manual prostate exam, but she refused to give me a pelvic exam. And pelvic exam is checking for cancer. And that's something I can't do myself. She absolutely refused to give me a pelvic exam. Well, we switched doctors. I said, I'm not going back to a doctor who refuses to give me a pelvic exam. Now, this year I really didn't want one. I was ready to skip it. This year I was like, I'm over this cancer check. But this lady, this doctor, new doctor, actually she was persistent and gave me the pelvic exam. But with eye doctors, we noticed that when I had floaters, she's like, they're floaters, goodbye. A month later, Steve had floaters. She said, yeah, they're floaters. I'd like to see you back in a month. Everybody who has floaters needs to come back in a month. I'm like, I was just here. You didn't ask me to come back. You know, so you don't think that's obvious?
Yeah, that is, now that you say that.
Well, okay, because you're the one who's getting the favorable treatment, you don't notice.
Yep.
You don't notice that they're biased. I mean, this is a fact. This is in article after article that they are biased towards women. I don't know why. I don't know why. I know most medical studies on medications and illnesses have been done on men. They were never done on women. What I've heard is because it costs more because of the hormonal differences in women. So it's a fact. I'm not just making this up. It is a proven fact. So I thought it was funny. Because I'm the one who asked the questions and Steve doesn't ask any questions. So she thinks he's the healthier patient. But you know what? You do need to ask questions during a physical. But of course, they did make us sign many papers that said if we have any questions outside of our physical, even high blood pressure, we will be charged for those questions.
Yep.
And I'm like, don't ask about high blood pressure. But now she brought it up. So I don't know if I was charged for that because I was charged. But they cleaned my ears because they said my ears did look dirty. I've never had my ears cleaned ever by a doctor, but they offered, so I said, okay. And then I got the bill in the mail. I mean, I asked her when I checked out, she said, no, there's no charge. And then I got the bill later.
It's always good to have your ears cleaned by the doctor because you can never get all of the wax out of them yourself. You shouldn't put Q-tips in your ears. You can break your eardrum. But getting it cleaned at a doctor's office, you know, is much better because they get it cleaner. And you can definitely feel and hear the difference.
Well, I haven't noticed a difference, but she did put Q-tips in my ear, and I was.
She did, but she was watching how deep she put them in. You know,
but everything I've said, you should never ever put a Q-tip in your ear.
Right.
That's why it's hard to clean them because how do you clean them if you can't put a Q-tip in?
Right.
So I let the hot water run in, then when I take a shower, and apparently that does not help.
Yeah.
But this is the first time I've ever had them cleaned at a doctor's office, so it must come on at some point because I haven't always had this issue.
But it builds up and it builds up and. You know,
it can
give you headaches.
It can become impacted too.
Yeah.
So when Steve had his clean, that it was impacted. Mine were not at that level. But I said, whatever, I'm here. Go ahead and clean them. I'm hoping I can make it a year. Normally I only go once a year, but a lot of times I go twice a year, once for a physical, once for an illness. And I'm hoping I can make it a whole year without having to go back.
So am I.
Well, you're not, because you got the cardiologist and cataracts. We're on doctor schedule. And then we got our the dentist with our crowns. We both need crowns. I feel like it's never ending. With these doctors. And then we skipped our skin check last year, so we gotta do our skin check because I've had skin cancer, so it's not something I should have skipped.
Right.
But in between all these other visits, we're gonna go enjoy life, enjoy Steve's birthday, have lots of fun.
Yep. Looking forward to it. Okay, and there's an intruder, so we must be going.
I think it's a helicopter. We often have helicopters. Until we see you again.
Take it easy.